Bredo Morstol, often referred to as Grandpa Bredo, is a Norwegian man whose body has been cryogenically preserved in a shed in Nederland, Colorado, since 1993. His unusual story has made him a local legend and the centerpiece of a quirky annual festival called Frozen Dead Guy Days. Origin: Bredo Morstol was cryogenically frozen in Norway after his death in 1989. His grandson, Trygve Bauge, arranged for his body to be transported to the U.S. in 1993 for continued preservation. The body was initially stored in a cryonics facility in California but was later moved to a shed in Nederland, Colorado, where it remains today. Preservation: Bredo is kept in a cryonic suspension state, submerged in dry ice, which must be replenished regularly. His grandson originally paid for the preservation, but after legal issues, Bauge was deported for overstaying his visa. A local company took over the maintenance. The cost is approximately $800 per month for dry ice. Legal and cultural impact: his grandson originally paid for the preservation, but after legal issues, Bauge was deported for overstaying his visa. A local company took over the maintenance. The cost is approximately $800 per month for dry ice. Legal and cultural impact: the town of Nederland initially tried to ban the storage of human remains, but Bredo was grandfathered in, making his shed a legal exception. The bizarre situation inspired the Frozen Dead Guy Days festival, which began in 2002. The event features coffin races, polar plunges, frozen salmon tossing, and live music, drawing thousands of visitors annually. Legacy: Bredo's story has been featured in documentaries, TV shows, and news articles worldwide. The festival celebrates not just Bredo but also the eccentric spirit of Nederland, a small mountain town with a reputation for embracing the unusual. Why it's fascinating: Bredo's preservation raises questions about cryonics, life extension, and the ethics of freezing human remains. The festival turns a macabre situation into a lighthearted celebration of life and death. Here's a deeper dive into the bizarre, fascinating world of Bredo Morstol, cryonics, and Nederland's Frozen Dead Guy Days. The full story of Grandpa Bredo, how he ended up frozen. Bredo Morstol, 1900 to 1989, was a Norwegian journalist and outdoorsman. After his death from heart failure, his grandson, Trygve Bauge, a cryonics enthusiast, had his body frozen by the Cryonics Institute in Michigan. In 1993, Trygve transported Bredo to Nederland, Colorado, to store him in a Tuff Shed behind his mother's house. The plan was to move him to a future cryonics facility, but that never happened. The dry ice routine: Bredo's body is kept at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 51 degrees Celsius, in a metal container filled with dry ice. A local company, Spectral Services, replenishes the ice monthly. The $800 per month cost was initially crowdfunded by festival proceeds, but now it's covered by a trust fund set up by cryonics supporters. Legal drama: Trygve Bauge was deported in 1994 for overstaying his visa, leaving Bredo behind. When Nederland officials discovered a frozen corpse in town, they tried to pass a law banning keeping human remains on private property. But because Bredo was already there, he became a legal exception, hence the nickname, Grandpa's grandfathered in. Frozen Dead Guy Days. The festival, this annual event, held in March, is a surreal mix of macabre humor and mountain town weirdness. Highlights include coffin races. Teams push decorated coffins on wheels down Main Street. Polar plunge. Brave souls jump into icy water. Frozen salmon toss. A fish flinging contest, originally used to mock health inspectors. Cryonics talks. Scientists and enthusiasts discuss the future of freezing humans. Costume contest. Attendees dress as corpses, snow zombies, or Bredo himself. The festival was cancelled in 2020-2021 due to COVID, and briefly moved to Denver in 2023, but it returned to Nederland in 2024. The science and controversy of cryonics: how it works. Cryonics aims to preserve bodies at ultra-low temperatures, 196 degrees Celsius with liquid nitrogen, in hopes future tech can revive them. Bredo is in Phase 1, dry ice, but most cryonics patients are stored in liquid nitrogen. Skepticism. No frozen human has ever been revived, and many scientists call it pseudoscience. Even if revival were possible, brain damage from freezing is a major hurdle. Ethics. Critics argue it preys on hope and drains resources. Proponents, like Alcor Life Extension Foundation, call it an experiment with a chance of success. Pop culture and legacy. Bredo's story inspired. Bredo's story inspired a South Park reference, the Dead Celebrities episode. The 2006 documentary, Grandpa's in the Tuff Shed, a Dutch reality TV show where hosts visited him. Nederland embraces its fame. The town's visitor center sells "I Heart Frozen Dead Guys" merch, and locals joke that Bredo is their oldest resident. Want to visit? Where? Bredo's shed is privately owned, no public access, but you can see the "Frozen Dead Guy" plaque in Nederland. When? The festival is held every March. Check frozendeadguydays.org for updates. Bredo's tale is equal parts hilarious, eerie, and oddly touching, a perfect symbol of humanity's struggle to cheat death, and the weirdness that ensues when we try.